What's up guys, Andrew Baina here, and on today's video we are going to be doing a bass playthrough of CARCOSA's song Absent. We've actually received a lot of questions about how we're getting our bass tone and how we're tuning, since we're tuning so low in drop E on 8-string guitars. So I thought I would make this video to show you guys what's going on in the background. Although we don't have a bassist, we did record all the bass ourselves using this Dingwall NG2-5 here. The weird thing about this guitar is it's actually tuned to drop A and then pitch shifted to drop E, but I'm going to get into all the technical specs and details of how we recorded bass for this album in just a minute. But before that, here is a bass playthrough of the song with the bass levels slightly boosted so it's a little easier to hear. Again, after this playthrough, stick around if you want to know more about this bass or how we got this tone. But in the meantime, enjoy the song. Here's how it sounds. Okay, so now that you guys have heard how the bass sounds in the CARCOSA music, obviously, like I said earlier, the bass is much louder here than it is on the official album version, because I wanted to kind of make it stand out more so you could hear it. Yeah, now we'll just talk about what is actually going on. So like I mentioned earlier, this is the Dingwall NG25. It's a very long boy, hard to get in the screen. Yeah, so it's actually tuned to drop A, not drop E. And then we are using something called a whammy drop tune pedal, which has a -5 pitch shift on this, which brings it down from A to E. That's why it sounds a little strange, but at the time we recorded this album, I didn't have any other bass guitar other than this one, and neither did Johnny or Cooper. So we just didn't really have a way to record drop E bass using you know, crazy thick string gauge, so we decided to just go with drop A and pitch shift it instead. I do have another Dingwall on the way that should be here maybe next month, which is set up for drop E from the factory with like a ridiculous 170 gauge string, but at the time we recorded this album, this is how we did it. So yeah, it was this bass, drop A, pitch shifted -5, and then going into the Neural DSP Parallax plugin for the bass tone. The settings for that plugin can be seen on the screen right about now. And also, if you guys want to use this tone for your own bass mixes, feel free to download the tone. There's going to be a link to that in the description and in the pinned comment below. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's honestly not that complicated. Dingwall, pitch shifted down into the Parallax plugin, and that's pretty much it. Of course, since the guitars are tuned so low, it is kind of hard to hear on the album, but in my opinion, the bass tone actually makes a huge part of our album sound, because our guitar tone is actually pretty thin sounding, since there's basically no bass in our guitars at all, and the bass really does a lot of the heavy lifting there, whether you can audibly hear it or not. It is a huge part of the mix, so I wanted to showcase it in this video. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully it's helpful for some of you out there who are like me and like to tune low. Maybe this will help guide you on how to get super low tuned bass in your mixes. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I want to give a big thank you to all my Patreon members whose names are on the screen at this point in time. If you guys ever want audio downloads, guitar tabs, stems, or a shout out on the screen, you can find all of that over on my Patreon page. And of course, if you somehow have not heard my band's EP yet, go check it out. It's been out for about half a year now, and we have been blown away with support. So thanks to anyone who has already listened to us. And if you haven't, go check it out. That's all I gotta say. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Of mortality is